These are some things about the Philippine education system that would literally put Canadians into a coma. For some background, I'm Filipino, but I grew up in Canada, and I came back to the Philippines for 1 year to take up grade 9, and then I went back to Canada for high school, and then I went back to the Philippines again for college and medical school. Filipino kids are built different. So from K to 12, they're made to take about 7 to 8 classes a day, where their day starts at 7:30 a.m. and then they finish at 4:30 p.m. And even after that, they have extracurriculars, like some people cheerlead, some people do tutoring. And they have all of this energy to do all of that stuff. When I was in high school, my day started at 8 and then I ended at 2, and that was it for me. Like, I couldn't do it anymore. When I was in college, it was the same thing as well. I had to take about 7 to 8 classes per semester, while my friends in Canada who were at uni took about 3 to 5 classes per semester. It was like insane. While I was getting my degree in biology and dissecting all of these specimens, I also had to take a PE class and dance with my friends. At some universities in the Philippines, you're put into block sections. That means you're going to be with the same people in your block, maybe that's 30 to 40 students, every single day for the duration of your college degree. Canadians can't do that. They like their independence. I went to a Catholic high school in Canada, so I also had to take a religion class. But in college in the Philippines, you still have to do it. The biggest obsession that Filipinos have are class rankings and board exam rankings. So from K to 12, students in the Philippines are also ranked, which means that schools will release a list every single year or every single semester to show where other students stand. So one student could be at the very top and they could be the top performing student, or some could be at the bottom, or some could be in the middle. Canadians would literally lose their mind and self-esteem if that ever happened. It's the same with board exams. So if you need a board exam to practice a certain career, after you take that exam, the regulatory board will release a list of the top examinees for that exam. If you did that to Canadian doctors, lawyers, engineers, accountants, their soul would leave their body and never come back. There are also certain school systems in the Philippines that put all of K to 12 and college students in one campus. Philippine schools are actually pretty big, so they can handle a couple thousand students at a time. But could you imagine, in one part of the campus, you have children who believe in Santa Claus, and then in the other part of campus, you have young adults who have a coffee addiction. At Philippine schools, they also split you up based on if you were smart or if you were just okay. That would have most likely made a Canadian cry. The Philippines is a predominantly Catholic country, so they're pretty strict, which means that you can't color your hair, paint your nails, or have piercings. And if you did any of that, you would be punished. I'm not saying that the Philippine education system is entirely bad and that the Canadian school system is entirely perfect, but these are just some things that would have blown a Canadian's mind.